It's Deon Baker Jr. We Are Pittsburgh.
All right, man. It's your boy Scoop TV. We back at it with another exclusive of We Are Pittsburgh. Who we got in the building today, man?
Deon Baker Jr.
Yeah.
We back home in Pittsburgh.
Man, you already know, man. Good. Thank you for getting on the platform.
For sure, brother.
Yeah. So we got a lot to talk about, bro. You've been going crazy with the clothing brand. I see you got a lot of stuff on your platform. Let's talk about it.
I'm trying, bro. Trying. So I've been doing the brand for about 5 years now. So just trying to stay consistent. As you know, before I used to play basketball, played overseas for a little bit. But when I was over there, I kind of like, I never wanted to get a job when I got back. So I knew fashion was something I was always interested in. So that was something I wanted to pursue.
No, that's definitely dope, bro. So like, who was some of your influences when it came to the fashion?
Honestly, bro, early influencers, like, you know, Pittsburgh, we're like a blue collar city. So we're not really, there was no one really in Pittsburgh at the time that was kind of like doing something I wanted to do. But there was people I was around at the time. My coach from Imani, Kyrie Wilson, he had his own brand. He's from the East, right over across Larmer. So he was doing his brand, Born Rich. And
I remember that.
He was doing his brand. He was pretty thorough with it. And then I remember just in high school, always seeing him get his samples, seeing him hit the ground running. So that was kind of something that motivated me a little bit to want to do my own brand. But honestly, bro, I always been into like thrifting and like going to flea markets and stuff like that. Getting fly.
Right.
I know you heard the phrase, it's not on you, it's in you.
It's in you, for surely. No, that's real. Like, fact. So being said, like, who would you say your top 5 designers? Like, who's your favorites?
Top 5 designers, that's tough. I think, honestly, you know, I go Kanye for one.
Yay, shout out to Ye.
I go Kanye 1. Man, that's tough, bro, honestly, because I feel like that's a tough question. I just go Kanye for 1, and then just someone from Pittsburgh doing it on a high level. I feel like John Geiger's been pretty solid.
Yeah, shout out to the guy. We trying to get him on the show.
Yeah, John Geiger's been pretty solid, but I definitely go Kanye 1. I think something that influenced my styles, like you said, blue collar, workwear, and just, you know, Pittsburgh. I feel like being here from the East, that kind of influenced me.
Right. So outside of the clothing world, like, do you do anything else? No, before I even get into that, how's the living out Arizona? Like, how would you say, like, the cost of living, your everyday living? They're pretty expensive.
Living in Arizona, honestly, bro, the way Pittsburgh's gotten, you see everything so nice around here now. Yeah. With, you know, the gentrification and shit. But honestly, Arizona's kind of comparable to Pittsburgh. It's just the thing about Arizona is you wake up and I feel like more motivated. You know what I mean? Okay. A little bit more motivated. But the cost of living is similar. I just think Arizona is better opportunity-wise, at least for me, I feel like.
Right. So would you say, like, your first passion was basketball, right?
Honestly, bro, my first passion was football. Okay. So I played football at an early age. I think I started football and basketball at like 7. But at the time, like I said, I went to Imani and hoops were just a little bit more cooler at the time. It was just a little bit more popping. Like, they had Penley going on.
Yeah.
People was wearing phones, hooping in phones.
I remember
it was just like a culture thing, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like football was kind of like, I was good at it, but like, I don't know, I always joke around with people. Football players they kind of do the most sometimes with basketball, as far as basketball.
Yeah, because a lot of people, you know, they usually started out playing football, then transitioned to the hoops. A lot of people did that, you know what I mean? So, like, what made you want to go from, you know, hooping, going straight to the fashion?
I feel like fashion's a big part of hoops. I know you see now, like today on like League Fits and social media and stuff like that, a lot of people getting dressed in a tunnel. I feel like hooping, you can kind of express yourself a little bit more. And I said it a million times, but like when I was living in Ireland, I had a lot of downtime, bro. So like I was really designing, trying to put fits together because I had nothing else to do. You know what I mean? So
I'm already knowing.
And then just hooping, you get fly, wear Jordans, foams. So I feel like it's kind of like basketball and fashion go hand in hand to me.
Right. So I'm pretty sure you're well aware of the new infrastructure in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
How you liking it?
I love it, bro. Honestly, you know, everybody always say Pittsburgh is such a small city, but it's a beautiful city at the same time. I feel like you got to come here to actually experience it. And I feel like there's so much opportunity here on a come up It's just we got to take advantage, and
Exactly.
people got to work together. I feel like this is a city where there's not many opportunities, but if we just emphasize the opportunity we do got, then we can make something happen.
Exactly. So yeah, I don't know if you're aware of the draft's about to be coming pretty soon. Is there something that you might gear up for that?
So the draft, I think it's April 2026. Honestly, I haven't thought about anything, but I just know there's gonna be a lot of, high volume traffic, a lot of people in here. What would be good, honestly, if maybe I could do like some sort of pop-up that weekend in the city. I think that'll be good.
Yeah. I'll definitely be lit.
I haven't done any pop-ups anymore, recently, because the next pop-up I do, I don't want it just to be like you come in, you shop, and that's it. I want to curate like a whole experience. You know what I mean? I don't want it to just be you just buy your stuff. Thanks for coming.
Right.
It should be like a whole experience.
You want to have a whole experience.
Right. Create something for people to do.
What would you say? How important is something like that though?
How important is
like this having stuff like pop-up shops and stuff like that?
It's super important, especially at this level. You know what I mean? I feel like I touched on it like probably a couple weeks ago on social media, but when you're I hate the word small business, but like when you're coming up, people got to actually relate to you before they support you. You know what I mean? As bad as that sounds, but people got to really buy into you as a person. And then when you have pop-ups, people can get a real feel for you.
Yeah, that's real.
So I think that'll be cool. Like I said, I'm not to the point where people don't know me. They just want to buy stuff because it's hard. You know what I mean? People got to actually like you. So
right now, like, where's your mental health at? Like, how you feeling, bro?
I think my mental health is good. I'll be honest, I did do therapy at a certain point in time. I feel like therapy is good, especially for Black men. But I feel like my mental is really good. Right now, I'm focused on just like wellness, me. Anything that pours into me, I'm locked in on. So I think my mental health's pretty good right now.
No, that's definitely dope, bro. How effective was therapy? Because it be times I be thinking about doing it. It's just like, you got the people, they might feel like people might not understand. But would you say it helped a lot?
I think it's really effective. It all depends on the right therapist. Like I've done virtual and then I've done in person. I think I had a better outcome from doing in-person therapy, just because virtual is a little bit more, transactional. You pick somebody from, just like filling out a code or something like that. So it's not really, they don't really know you. But in person, you can kind of get a feel for who you really are. So y'all can kind of like relate a little bit more.
Right. So I see you got some pieces over there. I wanted to talk about it and what was the inspiration and like what made you go that route for this drop.
For sure. So this is what I dropped most recently. It's called the Polish Hill tee. So when I was growing up, like I'm from the East, but my dad had an apartment in Polish Hill. So this is the time I'm probably like in first grade or whatnot. So the theme of the tee is I got my first kiss in Polish Hill. So like first grade, right here behind the bushes in Polish Hill, got my first kiss. So that's basically the design inspiration. But I kind of wanted to do like a grunge distressed look. We did a vintage wash with some enzymes.
Yeah.
But everything I'd make, I kind of want to have a story behind it. You know
Right.
So this one was basically got my first kiss in Polish Hill.
That's dope.
Let me show you this other one. So this one right here, I made this past summer. So this one right here is called the Childhood Dreams. So I told you I'm from Wilkinsburg, and playing there 4 years in a row, we never lost a game. So if you look close on this is the paper from the news, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I think maybe 2005. I took it out of the Post-Gazette, put it in the design file, and this is our whole team picture. You know what I mean? So it's the whole team picture. This is the Termites at the time. We was the Ali's, but 4 in a row. A lot of good people on there. A lot of people went on, play college, pro. Some aren't here anymore, but I kind of wanted to pay homage to that. I feel like, especially growing up so young, your childhood and teams like that, that's how I met all my friends like growing up. So I kind of want to do like a childhood dreams.
Right.
And then there's a couple other things on here. Like this is my first picture playing football at number 58. And then this is my first school picture. So I used to go to Pittsburgh Public. I went to Belmar. Belmar was in Homewood. And then I got the last quote on here. When the smoke clears, I'll still be there.
You'll still be there. You East Side baby for real.
Yeah, I went to Belmar, on Hermitage.
Yeah. So like, all right. So what's something you would dress that up with? Like for like, say if it's a nice little chilly day, you know, or that I see you got the cutoff on that. What's something you would dress that up with?
So this was kind of like a summer tee, like you know, summer staple tee. But in Arizona, bro, it's 120 degrees.
Yeah,
you know what I
it'd be
mean?
dumb hot.
So something I wore this with. I did the cutoff. I distressed it a little bit more, cropped it, and then I just wore this with like some oversized jeans and Chucks, casual night. Cause nighttime in Arizona gets a little cooler, but you can go either way. I feel like with this, you can either dress it up or dress it down. If you want to wear it with jeans, you can. If you want to go work out in it, you can do that too. You know, go jean shorts, whatever. And then, you know, for a t-shirt, you can wear the t-shirt whenever. I
do something nice with
thermal
that.
under this, or got the distressed on the bottom, throw jeans on, or you can put shorts on as well. But I like that grunge look. I think, not the phase I'm in, but I kind of like the grunge style of thing.
So do you do that part yourself too? Like, do you distress? You know how to distress? Like, if somebody want to come to you to get something distressed, they can do that?
So I do all the distressing and cropping on myself. So I got like a Dremel, so I'll do all the hand, vintage and stuff like that, especially on the neck. And then I'll show you on the bottom. So this is all done, you know, at the crib. So I'll do all of this hand by Dremel, cutting it, distressing it, just so it gives that more of a, you know, like I said, a grunge look.
Okay, yeah, now that's definitely dope. So like, you in the Jordans, bro?
I am in the Jordans, bro.
All right. So I like to ask, I guess, because I know that people that be into them.
Yeah.
What's your top 5 favorite retros?
My top 5. So I gotta go. My number 1 is gonna be the black cement 3s.
Yeah, for sure, a classic piece.
I gotta go black cement 3s. I like the white cement 3s too.
Yeah.
We go Bordeaux 7s.
Okay.
The original ones, not the new ones they dropped. That ain't the same. The original ones. Go Bordeaux 7. And then crazy. For the last 2, I probably go Flu Game. Flu Game 12.
Yeah.
And then for 5, I never had a pair. I always wanted one. I always wanted a pair of 15s. So
yeah. See, a lot of people be, you know, they'll keep it around like 1 to 12 to 13. I like the 15s, bro. You could dress them up with something nice for real. Yeah. Was that something like you was big on when you was a kid too? Like would you wait for some shoes?
So keep it a buck, bro. When I was like young, like I really never really had the retros and stuff like that. Yeah. Like I remember I always wanted some J's, but at the time, I probably had like the Derek Jeter Jordan.
Yeah,
you know?
that's how, bro. No, facts. Well, bad had some Derek Jeters, right? Okay.
But I was so happy they was J's.
Yeah, they was J's, man.
Really, my pops, he always took me shoe shopping, so he'd either give me a pair of white Forces or black Forces for a year. That's what, you know. Probably get a pair for Christmas, then we'll go Easter. But if anything, my dad would give me Maxes.
Right, yeah, I was a big Max too.
Yeah.
Facts. I was gonna say, let's take it back a little bit. Let's get back to your childhood and stuff like that. How was it growing up? Like, you have some siblings. How was it in the household and stuff like that?
So yeah, I have 2 siblings. You know, I have my younger brother Keith. He's 24, and then I have a little sister. She just turned 13. But I was kind of like I was the only child till 7. So honestly, it was just me at first. You know what I mean? And then I took on that big brother role at an early age, just kind of like be there for my brother, because I never had an older sibling. So kind of be like, me and my homie be talking about the phrase, you know, be the person you needed when you was younger. So I always try to be that, you know, that older person for my brother, just so he could, you know, not follow my footsteps, create his own lane, but just be a positive role model.
Right. And that's very important this day and age, because, you know, a lot of people get misled from the environment in. Yeah. So what kind of stir you away from that, you know, following in that same track?
I think what steered me away, I honestly, like, be honest with you, I just never really, you know, I was so heavy into sports and everything else, I really never had time to be, you know, going left. But the thing about it is, I was at a point in time in my life where I could have went left, you know, I could have went left, could have went right, but it was just, like I said, I was so locked into sports and playing all year round, from school, summer leagues, AAU, I never really had time, even football, like, so it was always, my mom kept me kind of like, she always kept me signed up for something, you know what I mean? Right. So I feel like that played a heavy role. I think a lot of times people I'm not saying anyone's bad, but I feel like sometimes they just be bored. Right. People would just be bored getting into stuff. So I feel like my mom always kept me busy.
No, that's dope, man. I swear that means a lot. I was gonna say, so You went to Imani. You said also Gateway as well too?
Yeah, so I went to Imani from 8th grade to 11th, and then I left in the middle of the year after the season. I went to Gateway.
Okay. So how was that transition?
Honestly, bro, I feel like that played a big factor as part of me getting dressed, because like I was at Imani, we was wearing Dickies and polos and Stacey Adams from 8th grade to 11th, so I really couldn't never get dressed unless there was like a football game or something to do on the weekends. So it was like I always held back, but I was like so excited to get dressed. When I could get dressed, I want to make sure I was fly, because I never could, wear clothes in school. But the transition was smooth though. I feel like Imani, I probably took my favorite class there. I feel like at Gateway it was a little different as far as from an academic standpoint, but my favorite class was at Imani. It was we had a entrepreneurship, so I feel like that's something they should teach more in schools.
Oh, that's dope. I want to ask you this too. Who would you say your top 5 basketball players out of Pittsburgh? Who are your top 5? I would say favorite for real.
My top 5 favorite in the city?
Yeah.
So first, I'm gonna have to go, by default. Not even by default, because he was a dog, but I had to go my uncle. He graduated from Gateway in 2011. He had a couple Division I offers, a little smaller Division I offers, but he decided to stay home. He went to IUP. He's an all-time leading scorer in a WIPUL. He got to, I think, 2 WIPUL championships. He won 1, lost 1. But I think that's my top favorite. And then as far as like in the city, of course you gotta go Big Juan.
Okay.
You gotta go Big Juan. I like Dre Kane. I like Dre Kane a lot. Another one, so he's from Penn Hills. Kind of underrated to most people, but I think he was a killer. But Andre Anthony.
Okay.
He's pretty solid. And then 5, honestly, who I gotta go with for 5? I don't know, bro. I feel like there's so many people here. It's just they don't really get that opportunity to be on that high platform. But 5, I'll just say, 5. Honestly, there's so many people I could put 5. It's like interchangeable, but I'll just go with someone from Imani. Let's see. Damn.
Yeah. That's a tough question, man.
It is a tough question, bro.
Heat down here in the bird.
To be honest, but yeah, let's just go with that 4. I think that's a
solid 4. That's a solid 4, man.
There's so many good people, bro. It's hard.
Nah, I'm already knowing. So before we get up on out of here, like, if you have any motivation you want to say to your viewers or people that might want to be in your position, what would you tell them?
Honestly, bro, it sounds cliche, but I tell a lot of people, when anyone asks me for advice, I feel like whatever you're trying to pursue, whether that's a clothing brand, photography company, marketing, whatever you're trying to pursue, you just got to stay consistent, bro. I know you heard the phrase, Rome wasn't built in a day. A lot of times, I feel like anybody that's doing something or trying to do something, it's never was perfect from the jump, but you staying consistent by default, it's only gonna get better. So anybody that's trying to pursue something, whatever that is, you just gotta stay consistent, bro. And if you're passionate about it, it's gonna show. So just stay consistent, keep going, and lock in. If it's really what's important to you, you'll find a way. And if it's not, you'll find an excuse.
Man, bro, that's powerful, man. Also, where can they follow you at?
So you can follow all my platforms, just Deon Baker Jr., Deon Baker Jr. I appreciate you having me on the platform, bro.
Always, bro. Swear you did your thing, bro. I appreciate it. And this is another exclusive of We Are Pittsburgh. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Let's get it.
Love.